show ruled.
I personally love it better than stand-up.
This is so wonderful to have a comedy club in the back of a comic book store. It's like having a dance studio in the back of a porn shop.
I've seen comedians, I've known them for 20 years, then I see them do this, I'm like, fuck, it's a whole different thing.
It's like a ball game, man. You can lose, you know.
I would say this is a comedy show for genuine lovers of comedy and for comics who are funny people, not just funny on stage. But being funny on stage helps too.
Let's give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for the never before seen set list of Iliza Shlesinger.
How's everybody doing? This is great. Good looking crowd. A lot of nerds. That's fine. This is fine. This is your place. This is your mecca. This is alright. That's okay. It's very PC. Post 9/11 world. We can say that. It's okay. Ooh, she said 9/11 so quickly. Went right for it. And it's like when you can't fucking get your head to stop. Thank fucking God. So for the longest time, my mom was taking birth control, and I was like, "Who are we fooling? Come on, we know how old you are." So I went ahead and switched it out with these iron pills because I was just like, I want to see how fucking jacked mom can get. And I switched them out. I had to cut them down because birth control pills, I don't take birth control. I don't believe in it. That's my own thing. For you, it's great. For me, I just think the idea of fucking up your body so a guy can have the pleasure of getting off on you, totally not something I want to do. I think you would also need a boyfriend for that to even be something that you would shit on for other people's choices. But they're tiny, I've noticed, because in sitcoms, it's always like, oh, Bobby replaced Becky's birth control with like Pez or something. And she's a dumb hooker if you think your birth control tastes like strawberry, but fine. Anyway, so I took my mom's because I am a sociopath, apparently, and I cut them down. I took the iron pills. When I cut them down, I'd sliver them down, and I spent hours just carving meticulously. I would carve serial numbers in. I had a whole thing set up downstairs with like a little lens that people use, and I would carve, and she'd be like, "What are you doing down there?" And I'd be like, "It's weird that I still live at home," and I just carve them to little bits, and I would go in and I would replace them, and Mom stopped getting her period a long time ago because she's in her 60s, but I noticed that she was a lot more aggressive and she had bigger muscles. By iron pills, I meant testosterone pills, and so that's what I meant. And now Mom has a beard, and now I don't need to visit Dad because Mom is Dad. I've got one together, so the divorce was fine because it's one parent. I've created a hybrid parent. It's what the Germans wanted to do. The Japanese were right behind them. It was a night like any other night. And I had just informed my boyfriend that I don't believe in taking birth control for his pleasure, and he was like, I've got an idea. I've got these sweet-ass condoms. You don't have to put them on. You just they hover around your dick. And it's just it's a meta idea of having sex. It's not, you don't actually have sex. It's the idea that the protons orbiting around the matter sort of create a force field, and in that the sex happens out of the body. So there's actually no touching. It's very Mormon, very Amish. No touching, and the sex just it's the magnetism, the animal magnetism that they're referring to when we say magnetic condom night. It's a night at the rec center. We invite all the homeless to come. It's a service that we provide here at the center for homeless people. To fuck. So if there's one rule that I've always lived by, aside from not believing in birth control, which was a weird rift I've created with the audience, but I said that I could explain it later. My motto has always been JPR, which is just put everything right there. We forgot the T. The South is right there. It's just like a quick way to say it. I'm from Texas. Because I have it's like I have a disorder for organizing. It's an organizational disorder, which we wrestle with in the medical community. I'm also in the medical community. I'm not a doctor per se, but one time I stuck my hand in the fucking garbage disposal and I had to sew up my own thing with the magnifying glass I have downstairs. And I sewed it up and I gave myself a bionic hand. And it was super, super cool until we realized it was just a bunch of hot dogs and it was gross. So just put everything right there. It's just my way of saying, like, just all your shit in life, just make sure, just put it to one side, push it down. By there, just down, suppress it until it becomes a ball of rage or somehow solidifies into some type of calcium deposit and you grow a horn. That happened. The Germans were working on something like that. So yeah. So when you are a POW, another acronym for you, all right? Hoorah. Okay, so when you are, let's say, captured by the enemy, there's certain rules. Number one, maintain and sustain yourself, hydration, maybe try to keep a routine so you can remember what time of day it is because they don't want you to, mental certain rules that they have in the military. But also, it's important to kibitz with your cellmate. You're going to want to talk to him. You want to find out his interests. Just kind of, find out about his day. This will keep you sane. Did you enjoy the bamboo shoots under your fingernails today? How did that feel for you? It feel okay? Okay, yes. No, I couldn't breathe during the water torture either, but I feel like that's the point. So just kind of telling these things. The small talk is really they'll say it'll set you free because it keeps your mind going, but really it's what will drive you crazy. And that's what the Germans were working on. I'll take that as a closer, that's fine. For some reason I got it in my head that's what the Germans were working on was going to be like my button for everything. Didn't seem to go over well, but I went with it. It's an intelligent crowd, so you really get a chance to use all your SAT words. You can't get away with like fart and dick jokes. They set the bar a little bit higher here at Nerd Melt. Is that what it's called? Okay.